Operation status quo. Operation status quo, prepare to engage. Operation status quo, ready to engage. Operation status quo, engaged. Engaged. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are again. Me and you and I and me, we and we. My God, I'm exhausted already. It's too many people. Hold on a second. Let me lower down this music here. How we doing? Great to be back here. Yeah, we're back. We're back on the Wednesdays. You know, it's so crazy. I always want to try to lock down a particular day and time that I'm doing the show, but then I feel like I'm just going to have pressure on myself. It's like unnecessary extra pressure. I'd rather the show, remember, this is the live stream of consciousness, ladies and gentlemen, here on Operation Status Quo. So, you know, we just got to let things flow. That's the whole point of what we do here. It's about life flowing as it should, not trying to make something happen when it's not the right time for it to happen. So I got the chat up here. We got RC3 in the chat. RC3 saying hello in the chat. Hey, RC3. RC3 is here for me. That means he's here for you too. Heyo. Talk to RC3 in the chat if you're out there. Yeah, say hello to RC3 in the chat and, you know, let him know that you're thinking of him and all that type of stuff. Let me see. Go back over here. I didn't move my screens around. I'm sorry. You know, I'm doing like, you know how it is. I do like a gazillion things at once. So it just, you know, I have to do some of it while I'm here with you. But that's why we're working together. It's you and me, and we're together and working together. That's what makes it so wholesome and beautiful. We just have so much fun when we're engaged. By the way, in case you don't know what the hell's going on and you've never been here before, I am Pete Palma. I am your user-friendly host. This is Operation Status Quo, the place where we observe the status quo of life. We learn to flow with the status quo of life. And then, of course, most importantly, we learn to create our own flow of quo, because that's the only way to go. So what are you doing out there right now to create your own flow of quo? Well, let me know what you're doing to create your own flow of quo, Let me know in the comments below. You know what to do. Just type them in there and have a good time. Tell me to go screw myself. I don't know, whatever makes you feel good. Whatever makes you feel good. Yeah, and remember, oh my God, I almost forgot. I mean, this is the most important part of it all. I'm losing my mind here. If I don't tell you this, I haven't told you anything. If you're not living your own flow of quo, then you're living someone else's flow, ladies and gentlemen. That is a no. Correct answer. That's a no here on Operation Status Quo. We don't do that. Why would you want to live someone else's flow when, you know, it's enough of a struggle just to try to live your own flow, ladies and gentlemen? So, hey, we got a great show here for you today. It is the 16th of July in the good year 2025. Today's program is entitled The Best of Times. That's right. I'm going to get into that in just a second here. But first, let me let you know, we have a special guest a little later in the show. Chief Deadfeather. We were contacted by a Native American group that wanted to share some spiritual guidance here with the audience today. So Chief Deadfeather will be joining us a little bit later. And I do have some fun facts for you. Hopefully, I won't ramble on too many tangents, and I'll be able to get to everything within a reasonable time frame. I keep telling you I'm trying to keep it under 30 minutes, but here we are at 3:30 already, and I haven't done a damn thing but say hello and push buttons and explain why we're here. Heyo. I should do it like how I used to do back when I worked. There was that stupid, you know, government job when everything was just boxed in and your whole day was just a checklist. Check this box, check that box. Or I should just go down the line and like do a PowerPoint presentation for you guys and just, you know, bore the crap out of you for 20 minutes. This at least is not boring. At least it's some sort of mania that makes you think what the hell's going on, right? All right. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to lead into this, The Best of Times. You ever see the movie The Best of Times, by the way, with Robin Williams and Kurt Russell? It's an 80s classic, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen that movie, go back and check it out. But I'm going to lead into why I'm saying, but I want to start with my pool story. It's like I'm trying to work it all in. I got to work it all in. Hold on. Yeah, you gotta have a little harmonic in there too. It's just kind of like, you know, and why not? Let's just ding the little. I got one of these. Da, 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 ba, da, da, ba, da, ba. All right, I'm sorry. Did I bore you? I hope I got lost myself. That's when the Prozac kicks in, and I go on a whole nother space. But the movie Best of Times, Robin Williams and Kurt Russell, great movie. And so let me just start with the pool story quickly because it'll lead into it somehow. What I'm talking about. So I did a video yesterday about, I don't know if anybody has seen it. If you haven't been on my social media, I don't know what you're doing. You're missing the good stuff. But I did a video yesterday called Check Yourself. And it's like just a reflection a little bit of how we have to remember in our world today to check ourselves, right? Because people are very demanding and looking for instant gratification and such. And they're always, it's very easy, I should say, to be reactive to situations, especially in our mainstream world where things are done so ass backwards to begin with, where it's just frustrating to even make a phone call and try to talk to somebody, right? That's enough of an issue. So, I mean, I understand why people get upset, but what I'm saying is changing the world starts with each and every one of us and our reactions to what's going on. And if we don't give those entities and those ways of being power by reacting to them and feeding them, then they dissipate and we create something new. So with the pool, it's crazy. So a new HOA company took over this neighborhood, right, recently. So like a week or something ago. And all of a sudden they decided to close the pools. They say there was, I don't know, the water level wasn't healthy. I don't know. All I know, listen, look at me. I've been swimming in that pool almost every day for 3 years. You don't see a problem with me, do you? You don't see a problem with me, do you? I mean, like, everything seems normal here, doesn't it? Right? I know. No, it's all right. I'm good. Hey-o. But, it's like, okay, so they had to shut the pool down for a deep cleaning, which, I don't want to be, again, check yourself, because I want to complain, right? Because I'm like, I pay my HOA, all I want to do is go swimming, I'm thinking a little bit, right? But, I don't even care. Close it for a day. It's just the fact that, it was all out of the blue. And, it's like the middle of summer here. Why don't you do it, I don't know, in October, November, when nobody's really swimming? It's like, Anyway, but this is a new company comes in, so I'm sure that they want to, show that they're doing their due diligence, and they don't want to be now responsible for whatever the previous company left behind of, people getting poisoned in the pool. So they did the deep cleaning, but the pool was closed. It closed on Friday, and then it didn't reopen until today. So, I was getting a little itchy because I wasn't able to get my dipsy doodles in the pool. But now, they did the deep cleaning. Everything's good. They put enough chlorine in there now to assure that you won't be killed by bacteria, which this way they're not liable, but you will, of course, be killed by the excessive amount of chlorine that's in the water to keep it clean. That guy was dumping buckets like crazy, I saw the other day. Hey-o. Oh, my God. So, but anyway, I wanted to say that because about the check yourself, because I wanted to call and complain a little bit. And I said, what am I doing? Why am I going to give these people a hard time? They're just middlemen. I feel bad. I almost want to talk to them and say, I don't blame you. You're just a pawn of the system. If you're doing this type of job, it means, you don't believe in yourself, right? You're sitting in this office doing nonsense, answering to somebody else. So, I mean, how am I going to argue with you, right? I tried to tell them when they first closed it, because I happened to be there the day that it happened. I had to stop in the office for something else. And I said, well, maybe you could have closed one and then closed the other one, instead of doing both at the same time and leaving people with nothing. Oh, well, if we close the one, and then who's going to want to swim in the other one if we say, if it's dirty? I go, well, I would. I said, I don't care. I'm not like humans, normal, mainstream life, worry about clean, worry about suing somebody. I spilled hot coffee on me. I'm going to sue somebody. I ate 6 pounds of chicken nuggets from McDonald's and I'm vomiting for days, right? This is my problem. This is my fault. You know what I mean? That's the problem with our world. There's no responsibility for anything. Everybody wants to be everything's about keeping everybody else from suing each other. It has nothing to do with the actual, any kind of common sense of getting stuff done. Anyway, shouldn't the pool be clean all the time? I just mean, if it's a community, shouldn't there be a protocol in place where this is regularly kept so we avoid a situation aside from a hurricane or something comes through and really thrashes up the water or whatever, dilutes the chemicals? I don't know, but I'm just saying in general, shouldn't this just be a standard protocol? This neighborhood, they started building this neighborhood back in 2010 or something. By now, we haven't figured out, it's in Florida, for God's sake. You haven't figured out how to keep the pools clean on a regular basis without having to shut them down for 5 days to do some deep cleaning. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm sorry. Let me digress from that. Damn pool shit makes me so upset. I'm doing my swim, damn it. Hey-o. Then on top of it, I guess people were trying to sneak in because they had signs. They had signs outside saying, the cameras are on. We are watching you. We could see if you go in here, you're trespassing. And I'm thinking, is this a way to talk to the residents of the community? I mean, I get it. Why not just come out? They should have came out more. I'm sorry. I'm really going off. I really didn't anticipate this at all. But I'm so upset about it for days. I'm just venting. But I'm just saying, they could have came out and said, we we apologize for inconvenience. We have taken, as we've taken over responsibility for this neighborhood. We've reviewed certain things, and we see an issue that we would like to resolve with the pool. We feel it's a little unsafe at this time, with the levels of whatever. This is our process. This is what we're going to do, and it'll be complete by, this time. Instead of like, until further notice, pool is closed, or gate keys will be deactivated. It's just like, what are we, assholes? Like, just talk to us like, we live here. Why are you that enemy? It's like having these HOA people. It's like a Gestapo, just like watching over everything you do. No, you can't do this, you can't do that, but we want you to enjoy the neighborhood, but you can't do this and you can't do that. Please enjoy the neighborhood. The only thing I'll give them credit for is that they did say they were going to send an update on the 15th, which was yesterday, and it was like late in the day, nothing came, like 4 or 5 o'clock, and I was like thinking, well, I'm just going to see if they follow through, but it turned out to come, the message came like in the evening, but they did send a message yesterday, so I'll give them credit for that. At least they did, keep their word and send a message. And of course, the pools were open today, which was nice. But I just don't understand the way, they talk to the residents and stuff when it comes to that stuff. Like, everybody's the enemy. I'm the enemy. I got to pay my HOA. I live in here. I'm just I'm a responsible person trying to use the community. I don't know. All right. Anyway, let me get back to Robin Williams and Russell. I can't believe I went that long on that. I'm so sorry, you guys. I really am. But what's going on in the world today, and this leads into it because it's everything of what I'm talking about. Like, people in the movie Best of Times, Robin Williams' character was desperately trying to brighten his present by reliving his past, right? And as we forge forward in these changing times, I'd like to encourage people not to look at the past so much and try to recreate what was in any capacity. Again, going back to the example of the pool, why is it such a cluster bleep to clean the pools, or to a management company and the way they operate and all the logistics and the legal bullshit? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to say that's all the old way. Right? Who wants to even be involved with that anymore? So like, again, in the movie, he's trying to relive what he did. Win the game or make the catch, so now he can be happy. But the truth is, like, in our lives today, we don't want to regurgitate the past, right? We've already done the past. I think it's a blessing that we're moving forward in this new capacity. This is like the new world. I've been saying that a lot. It's the new world. I am the new world, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? pete.palma.com, the new world. Check it out, okay? That's what's going on, because there's new ways of thinking, there's new ways of being, there's new ways of building community and such. And, we should be looking into that regard instead of thinking of, the good times, the best of times. They were so wonderful back then, personally, with everything, I always say, in a way, as much as gregarious and social as I seem, like, in a way, I don't mind. I'd like to be left alone. I cannot help that I was created, this physical entity that I am, this Pete Palma character. I can't help that this is how I was created and this is how I'm wired. Like, in a way, I prefer just to sit there and do nothing. I wish I could be somebody who just goes to Dunkin' Donuts and, eats like a whole box of munchkins with a big 40-something ounce cup of coffee with all kinds of cream and sugar and everything else in there, and then just shit my pants through the day. I wish I could be somebody like that, but unfortunately I can't. And then, I have to live in this world too. I deserve to have a little bit of fun. So, we got to talk about things and point things out a little bit. Hopefully we can, encourage people to maybe see things from a different perspective and think about what the new world would be like in a way, right? Think about the possibilities of what your day would be if you're creating from your heart, if you're living from your heart instead of, working to please societal norms, working to, please generational thought processes on what a day's labor should be. It's just so deep, right? Like, we just automatically think this is what you're supposed to do, but like, there's a whole new world of possibilities. This is the new world. What was is no more, and what we're moving towards is really for us to create as we go. And that's exactly what I'm doing. That's this whole mission I'm on, and everything I do between this show and the music and the social media and my big mouth all the time. I never shut the frig up, and I say all kinds of crazy crap, and nobody wants to hear me. Hold on, we're gonna take it down. Hey-oh. Oh, God. Oh, please, Lord God, get it out of my brain, please, Lord God. All right, so, that's basically it. I just want to encourage people not to look into what was and look forward to what can be. we don't have to have the world operating the way it operates for us to be healthy and happy and engaged with one another. Just using I always use the example of like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts and Doritos and, all the shit, right? I mean, do we really need factories creating poison? I mean, it's like poison. It really is. It's like, if somebody wants to like kill their spouse, you ever hear the stories and they kill their spouse and they slip them a little bit of poison in their food, little by little, points to get them sick and get them to die. If you really want to kill your spouse, just feed them McDonald's every day. Go to Dunkin' Donuts, feed them McDonald's, get them some bag of fried chicken at the grocery store that they make in the back. You can kill them, and it's legal. It's legal. Hey-o. You don't have to use the strychnine. You know what I mean? It's legal to give somebody a Big Mac, and you can kill them, all right? I mean, it literally is. That's how crazy it is. Like, it's literally engineered food, like engineered to taste good and sustain you just enough as your body falls apart from the inside out. Oh my God, it's really crazy. But imagine a world where we didn't have those things. Like, why are we producing those type of things? Why not produce things that really taste good and are healthy for you and are done, created and cooked and preserved, or even if you preserve stuff, just saying any process with the food, if it's done with reverence and a holistic way and not just some mass-produced, globs of shit that they stick into a can or into a bag or whatever. I mean, what is a freaking Dorito? What is it? It doesn't even exist. It's not even like it's like, it's like a creation of science. It's what it is. So, all right. That's basically it. I just want to, the best of times, forget about the best of times. You can reflect and, take forward with you what you learned from those moments. But let's be real. We don't want to go back to that type of life. Do you want to go back to, just working that grind all the time? And I don't know. It's a whole new world. The AI I talk about, it's coming. People are scared of AI, but it's going to create freedom for you to really face who you are and be what you want to be without having to, give your life away to all sorts of shit that don't mean anything. And that's everything. That's our whole societal structure. Even time you got to give to, if I want to complain to the HOA, it's time I got to go over there, blah, 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 and they're going to say something back, and then it's an email, and then it's a this, and then it's a that. I mean, it's just, it's like a waste of time. All right, let's keep moving on here on Operation Status Quo, ladies and gentlemen. Am I in the right spot? Yes. All right, I'm going to bring on Chief. We got Chief Dead Feather, ladies and gentlemen, he's a Native American. He wants to share some spiritual guidance with us today. So let's see, we're going live now via the Starlink OSQ satellite, ladies and gentlemen. Chief Dead Feather. Come in, Chief Dead Feather. Seriously, hello, Chief Dead Feather. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, me, Chief, Dead Feather. Thank you, for having me on your show.
Well, Chief Dead Feather, that's no problem. I'm absolutely delighted. So it's amazing. It's nice to have I love Native American culture and everything. The whole, of course, how the country was kind of taken from you, from the Native Americans and all that back in the time. So I'm always happy to give space to share. So what tribe are you from?
Me, from the Naone tribe.
Oh, the Naone tribe. I've never heard of that. What's that?
That is the North American Association of Native American Enthusiasts.
Enthusiasts. Does that mean you're not Native American? It's just fun to try to be one?
Me, I'm not sure. Still waiting for DNA test.
All right. Well, anyway, listen, let's get to it. You said you had a spiritual... I don't know what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. People call me. They want to come on the show. I give them space to do so. Chief, you want to just get to... You said you had a spiritual message. Can you get to that?
Yes, So, Chief Dead Feather had dream of the great horse spirit. The great horse spirit. And I know this horse, the great horse spirit. My uncle had a horse long time ago. Unfortunately, broke leg and had to put him down to glue factory. But he still come back and send message to all people out there. And the great horse spirit has come and will come. It will gallop across the land, leaving the evildoers lost in its trail of dust. Then, as the story goes, great horse spirit shall grow wings and fly the good to freedom. The good to freedom, the great horse spirit.
Wow. Oh, Chief, let me give you a round of applause. That sounds amazing. The great horse spirit galloping, leaving evil in the dust. Wow, that's amazing. Hey-o. So is that it? Is that it, Chief, or you got anything else for us here today?
Chief Deadfeather would now like to sing the song to summon the great horse spirit to our land. A-I-O-U, A-I-O-U, why? A-I-O-U, why? Giddy up, giddy up. A-I-O-U, why? Giddy up, giddy up. Ah, now the great horse spirit will come. Look to the land, you will see him soon. This is Chief Deadfeather. I hope this has been helpful.
Chief, yeah, is that it? You're leaving, Chief? Chief? That's it. He just disappeared like a great horse spirit into the wind. He didn't barely say goodbye. What the hell?
Hey-o.
Come on, Chief. That's not how we do it here. That was a very odd conversation, ladies and gentlemen. But Chief Deadfeather, I want to thank him. He's summoned the great horse spirit. So just keep an eye. Oh, jeez. I'm all nervous here. I'm knocking stuff over. Just keep an eye out for the great horse spirit, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm buffering again. Buffering. But I do know that the buffering doesn't really affect the whatchamacallit, doesn't affect the audio, which is great. So you don't have to look at me at all, ladies and gentlemen. You can just enjoy the program for what it is auditorially. Let's see here. Where's my thing? We're going to do some fun facts now. So we want to thank Chief Deadfeather for being here. And let me know, guys, if wherever you're watching. I know my RV friend Chris, he's out like in the middle of the country. So Chris, when you're out there, let me know if you see the great horse spirit galloping across the land, and let me know what it looks like. Let's go to do some fun facts. Hey, by the way, have you liked and subscribed? If you made it this far, I mean, you might as well at least do that, right? Like, subscribe, share, all that kind of stuff, and have some fun. Let's see here. Yes, RC3 says he prefers the video buffering. The audio is great. He'd rather, RC3 has known me a long time. Any extra time of looking me in the face is just time not well spent. All right, here we go. Some fun facts. Let me do, I got my drum here. Hold on, stick with me. We're going to do some. Hold on. Oh, I got it. I got it like the way it's situated. Hold on. It's fun facts. Yeah. Woo. Damn, that felt good. That really pumped me up. Fun facts. I don't want to hear what you got to say. We got fun facts. That is a matter of fact. Oh, that reminds me. I did. I was out for my walk. Then I'll do the fun facts. Let me tell you this real quick. I was out for my walk, and one of my neighbors has a young, I guess a toddler, right? And they were playing music for the kid, and it was like, bingo, B-I-N-G-O, it was kids' songs. But it was done with like, the music was almost like, like hip-hop kind of beats, like, these, like, those kind of like that today music beats, but it was like, B-I-N-G-O, but it sounded like a hip-hoppy the way it was done, which I thought was good in a way. Like, it wasn't my, I would have liked to see some thrash metal or something for the kid. Bingo! His name, B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O. Scared the kid half to death. Anyway, but it made me start thinking that, because it was the hip hop kind of sound. I said, it wouldn't be funny if they did like a baby gangster rap, and I'm out on my walk, and this is how my brain works, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I was doing a show. I wish I could just tune in telepathically to society and just like share while I'm thinking these things. But then I started thinking in my head, as a baby, if I was a baby doing gangster rap, I'd be like, what did I say? I make it to the playground with my rattle in my hand. No. Wait, why do I always forget it when I tried it? Yeah, hold on. Walk up to the playground, got my rattle in my hand, gonna stick my pacifier up your ass. The sandbox is mine for fun. And if you don't like it, I'll tell my mom. Yeah, gangster baby rap. And then I had another one. Let's see if I can. Heyo.
All right, I had another one, and the other one was sitting in my diaper all sloppy and wet. You looking at me like I ain't no threat. Well, just because I piss my pants doesn't mean I can't kick your ass. Yeah, baby gangster rap, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Let's market that shit. Oh, why am I cursing? I'm so sorry.
Heyo.
This is not for children. All right. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Baby Gangster Rap. If you have some lyrics for Baby Gangster Rap, then drop it in the comments below, please. All right, here we go. Some fun facts, ladies and gentlemen. Some fun facts. Wearing a tie can reduce blood flow to the brain by 7.5%. Well, I think, I did work that job for a while, and I did have to wear a shirt and tie, but I didn't, for years I didn't, but in the beginning I did, and I think, I don't understand why people wear ties. I can feel it right away when I put a tie on. Like, I just feel like I don't need any less blood flow to my brain. You see what goes on here. Do you think I have any sort of tolerance for any extra loss of blood flow to my brain, ladies and gentlemen? If anything, they should be like, I should have some apparatus hooked up to me to circulate my blood at like 6 times the rate that it normally moves through my body to see if we can get enough blood in the brain for something to function properly. All right, let's see. Here we go. I'm going to try to say this if I can. The fear of long words is called hippopotamostrosqui pediali. I don't know. It's like it's a 36-letter word, which ironically enough, the fear of long words is a 36-letter word. I mean, they do that on purpose, like to just to mess with the people that are afraid of long words. I mean, honestly, I don't know what there is to be afraid of long words, except for the fact that, most of our population nowadays is, pretty proficient in grunting, me, you, give, take, eat, shit. That's about all they could do. It's like caveman language, But anyway, this 36-letter word was first used by a Roman poet in the first century, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, I guess that's where it came from. So it came from the Romans. If you got a problem with this, then blame the Romans. The world's oldest dog lived to 29.5 years old, while the median age of a dog tends to be about 10 to 15 years, and one Australian cattle dog, Bluey, survived to the ripe old age of 29.5. I hope his quality of life is good. I mean, 30 years. I mean, I think dogs and cats should make it really that long in a way. Again, if they weren't, poisoned with all the processed food that are given to them. And think about the poor pets. They get like this kibble shit in a bag. How do they even live? Speaking of dogs, there's another thing I thought of. Oh my God, where's my brain go? I saw a very disturbing video a couple of years ago, of what they do with dogs in China, of like people buying them to eat. It was just, but anyway, it made me think. It made me think, a man in China had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm, hold on, I got it over here, and on his farm he had some E-I-E-I-O with a here and a there, here a man in China had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, those poor dogs, those damn poor dogs. Look out. Here they come. Oh, no. It's dinner time. It's serious, though, people. They do this in China. I mean, I hope maybe they stop.
Heyo.
I mean, I get it. Like, I guess people can eat anything, but I just don't understand. Like a dog. I mean, dogs are so friendly and nice. Like, why do you? I mean, I saw this video. I'm sorry to even say this. Like, they weighed the dog. They had him hanging in a bag. The chain was hanging from the thing, and the dog was in the bag with its head out. Then the guy just like took it and threw it in the back of his truck. Oh my God, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm stopping because it really makes me. It's very disturbing. Anyway, let's see. Here we go. The world's oldest cat lived to 38 years and 3 days old. Cream Puff. Cream Puff was. I hope wasn't eating. I guess it wasn't eating cream puffs. Had to be eating something better than cream puffs. So we had a dog to 29.5.
Heyo.
And we got a cat that made it to 38 years. I love my cat. 38 years, if he was around that long, would I be happy? I don't know. You know how people say they just want their kids to outlive them? Like, oh, I just want my children to outlive me. I should say that about I just pray I never have to see the day where I have to
not be with my cat. I hope my cat outlives me. Hope. Can you imagine like you got like 102-year-old cat like just like scraping itself across the ground, like no fur left and half its jaw just like slopping across the ground. All right, I don't know why I'm going down bad paths. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, well, let's see. All right, let's do these last two. Two more. Oh, we made it to 30. I didn't want to make it to 30. All right, but we made it to 30. What are you going to do? Our solar system has a wall. The heliopause, the region of space in which solar wind isn't hot enough to push back the wind of particles coming from distant stars, is often considered the boundary wall of the solar system and interstellar space. So we don't really know. We can't really believe that kind of stuff because we don't really know the true makeup of our universe and such because we've been lied to for so long about what actually is our physical reality. But hey, who knows? Maybe there is heliopause. I thought heliopause might be, when the universe, when the solar system goes through its change of life, then, it's no longer able to reproduce other solar systems. It goes through heliopause. All right, we're going to leave it with this one. Oh, no, let's do it with this one because it fits in what I just said. Most maps of the world are wrong. That's right, because they show the Earth is round and it could really very well be flat. It's like, anyway, I don't know if it is or isn't, but something to consider. On most maps, first developed in 1569, is still used. This method is widely. The first Mercator projection. I'm sorry if Mercator. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but anyway, that's what they used back then. And this method is widely inaccurate and makes Alaska appear as large as Brazil and Greenland 14 times larger than it actually is. You remember that back in the day with those old like globes and stuff and how big those spots were, and they actually aren't that big. That's pretty interesting. I don't know. Well, we'll find out. Ladies and gentlemen, what our Earth really is. All right, I'm going to finish with this one. I don't know why. I just want to finish with this one. Octopuses don't actually have tentacles. They have 8 limbs, but their arms, for most species, but their arms, not tentacles, is what they're saying. Technically, when talking about the octopus, the squid, etc., scientists define tentacles as limbs with suckers at their end. Octopus arms have suckers down most of their length. Yes, and I can think of a few suckers out there. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for you guys. You guys are suckers for watching me. No, seriously. All right, that's what we got for you here today. Hey-o. Oh, my God. And I'm sweating again. You see the beads? Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. I need like a towel after I do this. Oh, boy, oh, boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for being with me here today on Operation Status Quo. I hope you're living a good life out there. That's what it's all about. It's just insanity and mania here, and we just have fun. That's all it's about. It's just a ramble of nonsense. But it's nonsense to encourage you to go out there and create your own ramble of nonsense, whatever that may be for you, because that's what it's all about in this beautiful world. I want to thank RC3 for checking in and hanging out during the show today. I got to thank Chief Dead Feather for being here as well. And I got to thank each and every one of you out there. I love each and every one of you individually as well as a group. If you haven't done so already, please take the time to like, subscribe, share, send this out to your friends, your family, those you love, and of course, those you despise as well. Don't forget to check out pete.palma.com. Don't forget to check out Pete Palma on Facebook, pete.palma on Instagram, Pete Palma, Pete Palma, Pete Palma, Pete Palma. Ho, 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 ho. And of course, the Happy Day album, which is streaming as well. If you haven't listened to that yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, so please get to it. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, God bless each and every one of you out there. Operation Status Quo, disengaged.